Follow us on our social media handles at Oweleketv. Visit our website at www.oweleketv for a thrilling journey. Oweleketv, rising star at the fairground.
Welcome to today's review. It's another wonderful day again. We want to talk about state policing today. As a matter of fact, there have been a lot of agitation for state police, but up till now, it has not come to play. All right. Why we want to talk about it today is the fact that the People's Democratic Party, PDP, have said, establish state policing to curb insecurity in the country. But then, can they be able to do that? My name is Ramsey Enoch. Welcome to review on this wonderful day. And I'm not alone on the program. I have with me Comrade Samuel Danjuma. Welcome, Comrade.
Thank you, brother.
You look very sharp, you know.
Thank you.
The People's Democratic Party, yeah? Talking about state policing. What's your view? Let's get your general overview about state policing before I ask you the next question. So what do you think about it?
It said that it's better late than never. I think it's what we need now.
Okay.
And I think the call for creation of state police is a good one. We should not politicize it. We should welcome it with open arms, because that's the best way to go. When you have state police, these people will be able to there are people who are used to the terrain, so they'll be able to cover insecurity and know before it even happens in the first place. Because what we want and what the best way to fight insecurity is intelligence gathering, and these are people who live among the people, who knows people around, and they'll be able to know when they are strangers or when they are assailants in their community. So state police is the way to go.
All right, state police is the way to go. And these are the reasons for him why state police is the way to go. But I want to ask you a question. We have the federal police already on ground. How properly are they catered for? Talking about welfareism, because we've heard, all right, some of these officers coming to complain that they even buy their boots themselves, uniform. You look at them on the way and you're like, hey, this one can't take care of himself. How then would he be able to take care of others? So how properly is the federal police being taken care of before you talk about the community policing? Remember, it's going to be another additional money that will be budgeted for this community policing when the federal police have not had enough. What do you think about that? How do we marry this?
When it comes about the welfare of the police, it's something that every Nigerian should be concerned about. I spoke with someone some few months ago, and he said that when you come into any country and you want to know how effective that country is, how things are done in that country, look at their police force. And if going by that, if you look at the Nigerian police force, there's nothing to write home about. Yeah, there are lots of improvements in the past days and past months and past previous IGs will come with premises and the rest of them, and little or none is done at the end of the day. But the thing is, you don't expect a man who is going to put his life on the risk for Nigerians not to be properly taken care of. Are the police properly paid? No. Are the police properly kitted? No. Like you said some of them buy their uniforms and the rest of them. Yes, it's not something hidden, it's something in public domain.
So why do we need more? Why do we need more?
As much as I want, we need them, because we need, if you go by the standard, you're supposed to have one policeman to, I think a policeman to 2 citizens, or a policeman to 10 citizens. I've forgotten the exact figures. I'll get that. And in Nigeria, the reverse is the case. We have less than 300 police to man over 200 million Nigerians. So there's a deficiency there. So we need more police.
So where is the problem coming
we need more
from?
police.
The deficiency. Where is this problem coming from?
It comes from financing. It comes from proper planning. That's why I said earlier that the call for state police is a welcome development. By so doing, we are going to create employment for the teeming Nigerian youth who are unemployed, and by so doing also, we are going to curb insecurity, because it said that the idle mind is devil workshop. So when you engage these people productively, they won't be available for crime and criminality.
So why are they now not being equipped? Because you can't send someone to go and secure properties and people, then the person is not well equipped. We've heard in the past when you hear things like, okay, if you see the kind of rifle the criminals came with, it's nothing. Okay, ours, they're on the place arms are nothing compared to this. Then you're now faulting the fact that these people are not well equipped. One, they are not well catered for. Who originally is supposed to cater for these people, and why are they not being catered for? And there is a proposal for another burden to come, because if you want to talk about bringing in community police, it means more budget needs to be made. All right. Then why not convert the vigilantes that we have at the grassroots, who also know the nooks and crannies of the community? Why not empower them, educate them, train them? Then they assume this place of the community police.
Now, I think your questions one after the other. When you talk about welfare, who is supposed to be asked questions? I think that goes to our legislature, because they are supposed to be the one who are supposed to be taking care of the checks and balances in budgetary allocations from ministries. Now, the question goes back. Every year, certain amount of money is budgeted for kitting the police, their welfare, and the rest of them. The National Assembly now has to sit up and begin to ask the right questions from the ministers up to the IG. This amount of money was allocated last year, what and what was done, and be able to find out if truly those monies were used for that. I think if they take care of that aspect, the issue of budgetary allocations not actually being used for what it was budgeted for will be taken care of. And I think the issue of kitting them and taking care of welfare of the police will be adequately taken care of. Now, talking about why do we need the state police? In more developed clients, you have the Chicago State Police, you have the New York State Police, you have the rest of, and you have the federal police, which is what we have here. You also have what we call the sheriffs, which will say at the local vigilantes.
Is Nigeria developed to that level?
No.
It's a developed country.
Nigeria is a developing country. Now, if we don't start it from this level, now don't forget that even the state governors do a lot for federal police. They buy vehicles for them in their states. They give a lot of incentives and there to boost the morale of this men. So if they can do that for the federal police, I think they'll be able to do that for their own state police. Like I said, it's going to create employment and going to curb criminality to its minimum. Now, another thing we should look at again is this. It's not about how to finance them alone. We should be more concerned that I hope when these state police is being created, the state governors will not use them to witch hunt their political opponents. That should be where we should be looking at. Not even about financing them. Financing them is not an issue. We have a trust fund whereby money have been developed. What do you call them? Multinationals are paying certain percentage from crude and the rest of them to that fund for the government to use in equipping the police, which is the police trust fund and the rest of it. So we can also have such in the states whereby companies in the states are going to raise funds for the policing of the state. And when they are sure that their investment is going to be protected, why not? There will be funds enough for them. So our concern should be, I hope our state governors are matured enough to be able to handle them and not use them to witch hunt.
So what's your assessment of the maturity of our state governors? What's your assessment of their maturity? Because you talked about something very vital. I was about coming to that. The issue of being used. You know what's happening? Political thuggery and all of that. Some of these vigilantes that I'm even talking about, some of them are even being used by these political people, these politicians. So we're rounding off already. Looking at this whole situation now, because the governors are going to be directly in charge of this state police. What's your assessment of the responsibility? How responsible are Nigerian governors? The government, generally the government. How responsible do you think the Nigerian government is? Because we are a developing country. There is no need to chew more than we can actually bite. You understand? So what do you think? What's your assessment of the government and the governors?
Someone once said something that in Nigeria there are lots of laws, but the only issue we have are implementation. I think what we should do is those who are going to form the rules, they are going to prepare the bills that will be sent to the National Assembly for approval, should also factor that in, that the powers of the state police will not be solely in the hands of the state governor. There should be a way whereby the federal police will also have a way of interfering in the day-to-day running of the state police, so that thereby the state governors will not have an overbearing power over these people. Even the state legislature too should have a way of also be involved in choosing who will be the head of the state police in the state at the state level. There should be enough check and balances. With that, I'm sure that we'll be able to checkmate the overbearing of our state governors and the rest of them. Now, if you say because of that you don't want, the bigger picture is one, make our state safer for everyone to live. And the primary objective of government is for the security of lives and property of the citizenry, which I know our state governors are going to do a lot to at least make sure and guarantee that lives and property in their state are safe. And I know, since it's coming from them, I know certainly there's going to be a level of sincerity in the administration of state police.
All right. Time will not allow us to ask more questions because I was thinking, if the federal government will not be able to do this, despite the fact that we have the military, we have the police, and we have other agencies that are combating insecurity, we still have this high rate of insecurity in the country. Is it state police that will be able to curb this, or they will still be compromised? This is a big question in the heart of Nigerians. This is going to be the size of today's review. Thank you very much, comrade, for coming around.
Thank you, brother.
It's a nice time.
Thank you.
Well, you have the ball in your court. What do you think? The number one thing is that you have to secure yourself first. Be the number one chief security of your own self. Well, thank you for keeping the date with us. And this is going to be the size of today's review. Bye-bye for now and have a beautiful day.
Follow us on our social media handles at Oweleketv. Visit our website at www.oweleketv for a thrilling journey. Oweleketv, rising star at the fairground.